I was talking the entire time and I was muted, lol. Anyways, hi. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Had a whole intro and everything. No one heard it. It's okay. It's alright. There you go, Steve. Anyways. I hate starting streams. It's always like so awkward. Anyways. Ice Pokemon. That's the plan. So we're still continuing the X and Y Generation 6 find all shiny Pokemon stuff. Funny enough, one of the friend safaris has a Delibird, so unironically we're looking for Delibird too, so kind of cool. Alright, so let me move this over here. Yeah, so we'll be here for a couple hours and you know, we'll see how today goes. So that's the plan. Okay, sweet. That's working. That's going. Let's go get the vertical stream started. And we are good to go. Sweet. Like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Pretty chill day today. Just friend safari for potentially 2 Bergmite. So we get Bergmite and then Avalog, right? That's the goal for today. If we find both of them, then we'll just kind of do whatever, I guess. Because there isn't that many ice Pokemon for Gen 6. Weird. So unfortunately, no. And so for the 3DS, the online does not work, so I can't even trade you stuff even if I wanted to. So unfortunately, I can't. Local trading still works, but anything that has to deal with the online does not. So it's like physically impossible to do any type of trading. Because Nintendo said enough's enough, unfortunately. Alright, cool. Do. Alright, cool. Do. Awesome. Sweet. Let the fun begin. Oops. I'm also not on my bike on that video game. Do. There you go. Cool. Do. Sweet. All right. Awesome stuff. How to get the legendaries? You have to play mainly Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to get a lot of those. There's only so many legendary Pokemon that are in X and Y. Come on, COD. What's happening? See? Delibird. basically to complete your Pokedex for the 3DS video games nowadays, you pretty much have to do it all by yourself because the online trading is gone. What's going on, Scotty? Happening. What up, Pink? Happening. We have a pretty solid collection of Pokemon today. Delibird, Spheal, and Bergmite, so not really complaining. Ooh, that's very nice. You're almost done Paper Mario? Oh, sick. Are you just doing like a casual playthrough? Or are you trying to like... What are you trying to do with it? Paper Mario isn't like too long, but it can be, depending on how you play it. Casual? Gotcha. Are you having fun? Do 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 do. That's pretty much what we're looking for. It's not the most festive shiny Pokemon for Christmas, but you know, it's for the challenge, so. Not Spear, Merry Christmas. Got my Christmas sweater on too. Don't think there's an attitude. Just kind of chilling. Doing a playthrough of Pokemon Y for Shiny Rioli right now. About to have 2 times over odds. Ooh. Yeah, Riolu's a 5%, so like, I wish you the best of luck on that one. I tried for mine, but I found a different 5%, which was Dunsparce. I was like, sure. I just need 2 more stars and you're done with it. Nice. Not too much. Got some gift cards. It pretty much was like gift cards, cash. What else did I get? Really wasn't too much, honestly. Now, realistically, that was pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on this Christmas. But the multi 4 times GameCube setup is in the works. So this is basically like a 4-in-1 thing, and I kind of need that for the 4 times GameCube stuff. So we're just like this much closer to having a 4 times GameCube setup, which is awesome. What's up, Iron? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, really, like, nothing... I mean, that was probably the most exciting thing I got, to be fair. Next, why are your favorite video games? Same. Well, I got some like homemade crafted things for my mom because she crochets stuff, right? So that was a thing. Yeah, it was mainly just like gift cards and money. And like little things here and there. Oh, these are your first Pokemon games you ever played? Sick. I love X and Y. What up, Steel? But like technically my Christmas doesn't like, it's not over yet. Cause like I have other Christmas plans that happen in like 2 weeks. So like this is kind of like part 1 of my Christmas. So. What's up, Noah? Merry Christmas to you. Oh, you got a pizza oven? Sick. Yo, that's sick. Yo, Quicksilver, happy birthday to you. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. What's going on, Omega V? Merry Christmas to you. Happening. Also, same. Pokemon Legends Z. Funny enough, those like Spheal and like Delibird have similar shiny models. It's a different shade of purple, but pretty similar. And then there's Bergmite that's just yellow. You got a couple theories. Let's hear it. It's a game theory. Sweet. Alright, Coles, take it easy. We'll see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, it sends them to the past, do you think? Ooh, okay. See, that would kind of make sense. Or like that would definitely, I could see that. I could see it working. I mean, technically it's nighttime for me too. It's like 6 o'clock, but still pretty early in the evening. I mean, that's not bad. It looks like that Mario and Luigi Brotherhood like video game was pretty solid. But that Thousand Year Door remake is pretty lit though, I will say. Oh, gotcha. That makes more sense. It's 1 o'clock in the morning for you. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's still technically Christmas for me here, so. Interesting. I could see that. The Binacle line already? No. We haven't done that yet. It's on my list of shiny Pokemon to get for the project, so. Binacle is from Masuda Method, and Barbaracle is from Friend Safari. That's the plan. That's the plan. Very excited. What up, Lewis? Merry Christmas to you. Oh, okay. I can see that. Go for Dialga. I'm doing full odds. Ooh. Like original diamond or brilliant diamond? Nah, but Barkle's cool. That's got a fun shiny. Original. Sweet. This is like so much faster than like yesterday. This is just so much fun. Oh, because if you're shiny only playthroughs. Nice. What's going on, Dusk? What's happening? Yeah, I mean, that'd be a fun way to bring back Ash's Greninja, but it would be like a different like thing or whatever. Is it like, wouldn't it be like Ash's Pokemon? It'd be ours, right? I don't know, man. Anything's possible. It's honestly so satisfying to see both of them like show up at the same time. SOS Eevee with no shiny charm? Really? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, because like SOS, even without a shiny charm, is still like roughly about like 1 out of 300. It's like 1 out of like 330 something. That's crazy. You're like, I'd probably guess like 4 times over odds. Ugh. Ugh. That's rough. Mm-hmm. When I will. Merry Christmas to you. What's going on, Giovanni? Merry Christmas to you again. What's happening? Well, see, the thing, so Lumio City by itself is like small, but we also don't know like where it takes place. Like we literally know nothing. Like they could definitely have like a different version of the city where they've like expanded outwards. Because you also have to think they really had to like scale down the city because it's like on a 3DS. So like for all we know, Lumios could be massive, right? Because you can't just look at it like, oh, like, you know, Lumio City was really small in X and Y. So that clearly will, you know, be the same case. It's like, I don't know. So. Set the future into the city. I mean, who knows? See, that's the fun part. We don't know yet, right? We'll find out eventually. So I did find a shiny on Christmas Eve. Can I find a shiny on Christmas Day? Will it happen? So technically we're like behind on schedule because today this would be the 8th live stream we've done with this project, and we only have like 6 Pokemon that we like actually need for the project, so technically behind on schedule. Not that there's really a schedule, it's just, you know, fun facts to know. So like, think about it this way, like who's to say that Lumio City hasn't like evolved and adapted to have like different zones in the city where different Pokemon can live? No, the reason, realistically, the reason why they can't share anything is because the video game's going to be on the Switch 2, and since Nintendo themselves have not showcased the Switch 2, like they probably can't show anything. So we probably won't know anything official until like next year, like February, March, maybe. And even if like they take their time and then they finally have a trailer announcement, people are still gonna not like the concept of whatever they're doing anyway, so. Yeah, probably. Because there's no held items in Legends Arceus, so I could definitely see them like combining the alpha Pokemon, right? Or just have more alphas or different types of alphas or whatever. It would feel robotic. How do you know? What's up, more? Merry Christmas to you. You miss anything? Nope. Same. They're taking their time and they're not saying a word. But who's to say you don't? That's the thing, we don't know. Like, totally get what you're saying, but like we literally don't know. Like, who's to say that there isn't like random like passageways in the city that take you through this like wild tunnel something, and like it takes you to a hidden forest, right? Like we really don't know, right? Like there could be all kinds of like fun ways that like things could work. If it's literally just in Lumios, like I'm sure there's tons of ways they can make it work. You just gotta wait. Here's my shiny. How was Christmas? It's alright. I already did like my Christmas plans a couple days prior, so I did get a present today, so pretty happy about it. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do that where you have to like weaken the Pokemon to catch it. I don't know. Would be interesting. I don't know. I don't think they're just mechanically gonna change too much of what Legends Arceus is, but I mean, you never know. Cause like, I don't know. We'll just see. All I know is I'm gonna play that video game way too much anyway, so. You got the managed to pull the $600 Pikachu card? Sick. Yeah, that's awesome. See, that would make sense. Like if you were like kind of collecting the stones that way, right? Like that'd be kind of cool. You have to collect like the Pokemon's energy to like make it into a stone, and then you just kind of have it, right? Like that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, if we don't have a trailer on Pokemon Day, like that's gonna be a bummer. Here's Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Go, and don't forget the cafe. Everybody loves that Pokemon Cafe video game, you know. 'Cause that's just, you know. Literally, like, most of like Pokemon Day is gonna be literally just phone apps. Another Red and Blue remake? Nah. They just need to put old Pokemon games on the Switch. All they really need to do. The Pokemon fridge. Hey man. Dude, you know how sick if they actually made like Pokemon appliances and it was all Rotom? Like, do you know how sick that would be? Like, I have a Rotom fridge, washing machine, dryer, lawnmower. And it was actually good quality, like, it would be so cool. I think so. I think it'd be pretty solid. So again, if you want to watch the live stream with no advertisements, you can head on over to the Clips channel. And you can watch the vertical live stream that's on YouTube. Yeah, you could. But I feel like if it was like an entire Rotom fridge, like the entirety of the fridge would, like, you know, look the part, right? Instead of a Rotom phone cover, it's a Rotom appliance cover. I just like love how like it's in sync so well half the time. So sick. Hey man. Pokemon mainly makes a lot of its money from merchandise, so like actually making appliances, and if they were actually good quality, like that'd probably make them lots of money. What's going on, Jordy MZ? What's happening? If only the Friend Safari had like seasons, like that would have been cool. Still going for that shiny Lugia. Nice. You'll find it. What's going on, Mango? Happy holidays to you. How you doing? Watch any Christmas movies? We did. Can't remember what it was called though. Hang on. Dear movie. Oh, that's literally what it's called. Yeah, All of the Other Reindeer is what we watched. It's an older animated movie that came out in like the late 90s. So that's something we watched last night. I was like, I haven't seen this since I was a kid. I was like, this is cool. Plan is to watch another like Christmas movie or like TV show, something. And we have dinner tonight, something like that. We'll figure it out. But for now, I look for ice Pokemon in the spirit of Christmas. What's up, Squid? What's happening? Merry Christmas to you. So the reason why I use a Doug Trio is because it's two reasons. So its ability Arena Trap works like Illuminate, so it increases the encounters. So it makes the encounters happen faster. And then also the double effect is it locks the Pokemon in battle. So that really doesn't benefit us, but it's the fact of the encounters start faster. That's why I've always I just always have a Doug Trio, because it's just, it's cool. Because if I use Breloom, right, so like if I switch it up, it takes more time in that video game. That's why. It's going on blocks. What's happening? Not that that really matters in the grand scheme of things, but it just makes the encounter start a little faster. So let me do it again. Watch. It's like that was okay. So it's more about the consistency, because obviously we're gonna do this for hundreds of encounters. So it's all about the consistency. Not too bad. Can't complain. Just kind of hanging out. Yeah, just make sure it has Arena Trap. You need the correct ability. When doing Masuda method, the Pokemon / Shiny isn't actually generated till it hatches, right? It's technically generated when you get the egg. But you won't know it's shiny until you hatch it, kind of thing. But you can't soft reset eggs, if that makes sense. Because so basically when you collect the egg, the shininess is already determined. Hatching it just makes it so you're oh, it's shiny, clearly. So basically every time you pick up an egg, at that moment it is determined if it's shiny or not. Yeah, it's a little weird that they didn't get different forms in this video game, but I also feel like just Mega Pokemon were just kind of I wouldn't say a last minute idea, but maybe it was. So that's why I feel like they picked a lot of fan favorites. Because Gen 5 really didn't get any Mega forms really, Also, they probably didn't want the starter Pokemon to be too overpowered, so that probably was a reason why. But also they did it for the Gen 3 starters, make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know. Dude, for real. I really, really hope Flygon gets something, because Flygon is so overdue. It's not even funny. That's probably been the most requested Pokemon to have a different form, a regional variant, literally anything. And it does not get it ever. It's just a cool Pokemon. Well, yeah, I mean, theoretically, like any Pokemon could get any different form or an evolution. It's just Flygon is just a cool Pokemon from Gen 3. No, we had a different Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet for Doug Trio, so I don't think they're gonna make anything different. Yeah, Luxray, that would be pretty sick. What's going on, Chris? I was alright. I celebrated my Christmas a couple days ago, so today just kind of feels like another day for the most part. But I did get a good present, so. The building blocks for the 4x GameCube setup is slowly coming together, so. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Will you be doing a lot of Pokemon for this challenge at full odds? No. Because these are primarily, like, they're still, like, the same, like, save files I've played on for years. We do have random encounter stuff we're going to be doing. But pretty much most of this entire project is very method-based. But like, so like for Honedge, like we're gonna do random encounters the entire time. So that's just like with Shiny Charm. I don't really care about doing this project with full odds. That's not really like the reason why I'm doing it. I mainly just want to collect all the shiny Pokemon that are from Generation 6 in Generation 6, right? Just gives me another reason to play X and Y, right? Because, like, I did a full-on shiny playthrough, so, like, you know what I mean? Doing, like, I have, like, my full-on stuff that I do is, like, my older stuff, right? Like all the Gen 3 stuff. Like, that's more exciting for me. I'd rather do full odds in, like, older Pokemon games than, like, these video games. Also, we don't know when Pokemon Bank's gonna go poof, so I'd rather have this challenge be more method-based than full odds. So, yeah, we have a lot of radar. Yeah, it's literally the most. It's the #1 method I have to do. There's like 24 Pokemon I have to get specifically from radar. So there's a lot of Poké Radar to do. There's a lot. Lots of duplicates too, obviously. Let me see. Friend Safari has like 17 Pokemon I gotta get, so that's not too bad. Yeah, pretty much like this entire challenge is primarily like Poké Radar and Friend Safari. And then we have like 11 Pokemon that are Masuda method. Is it 4 Pokemon that are random encounters? Yeah, there's 4 Pokemon that are random encounters. Because it's like 3 shiny Honedge and like one of the Helioptile I want to get from random encounters as well. So literally everything's planned out. It's all right behind me on my whiteboard. We just obviously have to like find Generation 6 shiny Pokemon, add that to the collection, and then like we can like slowly start to do other things. So funny enough, the shiny Umbreon hat, both of them that I have, ironically, one was from an anime store that doesn't exist anymore, and one was from a convention I went to randomly, and it was just like on like their like booth. Because at their is like at their like the merchandise like aisles or whatever. And it was just like there, and I was like, oh, I want that. So this is like many years ago. So it was just kind of like random coincidence that I found places that were selling a shiny Umbreon hat specifically. So. No, you can. So what I'm doing for Honedge is using magnet pull and then doing random encounters for it. You just can't really do like, there's not like a different method, but like having a Pokemon with magnet pull and then having a shiny charm like kind of makes it more fun. Because like Honedge is in like the tall grass, so you can't use the Poké Radar there. But like magnet pull still works, so like it'll give you more Honedge encounters in general. So we're just doing fun stuff for this project, man. Kind of like how when I got my shiny Klefki, that was a magnet pull Pokemon Horde. Yeah, that was my plan, was to get my video up for Christmas, but don't have a lot of time today, so I'd rather stream. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Damn. All these Bergmite, no Sparkles. Oh dear. What, today's graphics? Yeah, I don't think that's really gonna happen, really. I mean, playing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is very similar. Like, the entire video game basically plays like Gen 1. It's just, obviously, you know, 3D, and there's no wild encounters because you catch everything. But like the concept for Let's Go Pikachu is basically just like Pokemon Yellow. So I mean, if you really think about it too, like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are basically that. It's for the most part like a 1-to-1 remake, which is like, you know, instead of sprites, it's, you know, 3D models and stuff. So like technically we have, you know, those video games already. It's just one was like a 1-to-1 remake, and then the other one was like a remake, but also like, you know, did something entirely different. Yeah, I hope so. I feel like just even if it's like bare minimum voice acting, I feel like that alone would do a lot, right? I think it would just do a lot for the video game. Even if it's only for like cutscenes or whatever, I think that would just do a lot. Hey, what's up, Hatfoot? Merry Christmas to you, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do for Gen 5 remakes. Just have to wait and see, you know? Hey man, I would love to see them make more Let's Go video games. So if they made a Let's Go for Gen 5, I'd be all for it. I think it would be fun, so I'd play it. I like the catch combo for what it is and like how all that stuff works. They just need to have like a pro controller option, and like that would make it a million times better. You don't have to agree with me. That's fine. I'm not saying you have to. I just like what the concept of the, like, because they literally could have the Let's Go series, the Legends series, and then a main series. Like, that's 3 solid franchises of Pokemon video games that they could do like every couple of years. So clearly Legends has a follow-up video game, so I'd like to see the Let's Go series, you know, get a follow-up. I mean, we kind of have that in Scarlet and Violet. The only problem is that just it's not optimized. Like, they definitely want to have like top-of-the-line graphics. It's just they don't know how to do it yet, or they just don't have enough time to do it properly. Because they really didn't have to change the art style from like Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet, but they did anyway. So and they definitely improved like Pokemon models and stuff. So they're definitely trying to have more power and just more graphics involved, especially with Pokemon models, right? But you can only really do so much with the Switch, and like clearly they don't like to optimize their video games. So hopefully the Switch 2 fixes that problem, but we'll see. No, it's not like yesterday when I find a shiny in like 5 minutes. I've done the Friend Safari for like 10 hours before and found nothing, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I found nothing today, so. Oh, it's gonna be. I don't see them releasing anything else. I'm pretty sure like Legends Z is gonna be the first one that comes out in terms of like a Pokemon game. They probably would do the bundle thing like towards the holiday season, probably. I don't think they would do that right away. Typically, video game systems don't have like those bundles and stuff until like during the holiday season or like just like years after the fact, right? It would be pretty sick though if they had a custom console like early on too. That would be pretty wild. Nintendo games. Like, I don't want a Steam Deck. I mean, I'd rather... When I think of Steam, I want to just play stuff on my computer. I'd rather just play my Nintendo games, like, on Nintendo products. Yeah, I mean that's just there's a lot of good like Nintendo games out right now. It's just if you don't like those types of video games, you're not really gonna care too much about them. There's plenty of stuff that came out this year. Obviously, lots of it was like remakes and stuff, but like for some people, they've never, you know, played those video games before, so. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like the core Nintendo experience. No, there's definitely other stuff. You got your Fire Emblem, you got your Metroid, got your Kirby games, Super Smash Brothers, or like where it has everybody. See, you just gotta change your mindset on these things. Like, I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, but I like Three Houses, right? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be like an OG fan of anything to enjoy stuff. You really don't have to be a fan of anything in particular. If the video game's just fun, it's fun. Like, it doesn't have to be that serious. Nope. I'm sure there's like fun little Easter eggs about other Fire Emblem games, but Fire Emblem Three Houses was, I mean, that was like my first ever Fire Emblem game that I've ever played. And I mean, I unfortunately haven't finished it, but I played most of it. But like, I mean, the entire time I played it, pretty fun. I mean, that's the beauty of things. You can just, you know, do some research. You don't like have to buy every video game ever and play that video game before you play another one, right? What's going on, Nam? What's happening? Right. I mean, that's fair. Mm-mm-mm. All you really have to do is just be more like open-minded to other video games. Just because like video games are older doesn't make them bad. If anything, they're more simpler to play. So I feel like you just gotta change your mindset and mentality of how you play a game or how you want to experience things. Like just because things are like not modern doesn't mean they're not good. Like I'd rather play the original Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda instead of the remake because I like the original better than the remake. When fundamentally there's a lot of quality of life improvements in the 3DS remake, but like the overall like vibe and like atmosphere in the original, in my opinion, is better. So right, but you also have to realize that just because like you want that doesn't mean they're gonna remake everything in today's graphics. Like that takes more time than it's worth, especially with Pokemon. like you know what I mean? They do a one-to-one remake of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, right? In like a pretty chibi, modern style. And they're like, ah, no, we don't like the chibi, it's terrible. And it's like, that's very on brand for Pokemon, so it's like... You're not gonna get like Unreal 5 engine graphics for Pokemon. Like, maybe with the Switch 2, maybe, who knows? Yeah, like triple A video games have not been good in like the past decade. Like to be fair, like a lot of these triple A studios are not really producing. Like there's definitely some, but like in general, video games have not been like the best in like the last 10 years. A lot of indie stuff has been, in my opinion, much better than triple A. So. They were just experimenting with Gen 4. Were they though? I don't think so. Because experimenting would mean you would do different things. Like they literally did a one-to-one remake. Experimenting would be like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where they like had, because of the generation it was made during, like they had new Mega Forms, they had the Delta episode, they got rid of the battle tree for whatever reason. Well, the reason's actually really stupid, but like that was experimenting. Like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was a very safe video game, which, good or bad, like it still was a thing. So yeah, this is Gen 6 Pokemon. No, they released Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl first, and then like 3 months later they had Legends. I don't think they really overworked. It's just because they've definitely expanded at Game Freak, but Game Freak wasn't like, it was Ilka that made Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, so technically two different like departments were like making those games. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, that's just the thing with that video game, is the Shiny Charm does not work. So it's pretty valid. It's one game a year. True. But I mean, if you've learned anything from Pokemon in the last like decade, is they tend to just kind of do whatever they want. They don't really follow a pattern too much. I don't think it's laziness. Time is the main problem. The more time you have on a video game, the better it can be. But because you know, rushing through stuff's never that good. Yeah, I mean, look at X and Y. Like X and Y is one of my favorite Pokemon games, and like these video games are notorious for, um, like having cut so much content because of time. Because they wanted to have, you know, some type of Pokemon video game for holiday releasing. So it's like, you know, but these are still one of my favorite Pokemon games because they're just fun to play. I don't think they were lazy. You gotta think it's a different, like, company making your video game, and they probably had to follow things to the T, and they probably couldn't really do much of experimenting or doing whatever they wanted to do. It's probably going to come out, like, I'm assuming we're not going to get Legends until the end of 2025. But, I mean, we literally don't know anything. Because we haven't even had, like, another trailer since the initial announcement, so... we'll see. Oh, you got Black and White too? You go for that Shiny Oshawott? Sick. No, I think they're definitely open to opinions. I just feel like, you know... at the end of the day, you have to understand, like, video games are an art form, and that, like, certain decisions they pick is what they want. So, like, regardless of what, like, the consumers want, right? Because at the end of the day, like, if they just wanted to do a one-to-one remake of Diamond and Pearl, like, that's what they did. And clearly, you know, them doing that was not a popular thing, but, like, it still did very well in terms of sales. So... at the end of the day, like, it's what they want to do. Yeah, but you also have to realize though that, like, Game Freak is like a Japanese company, and they're pretty private about stuff, right? They're not like other developers. They're not gonna just go on the internet and have a poll and be like, hey, look, what should we put in our video game? Like, they're not gonna do that, you know what I mean? They could, but they don't. Like, I have all the faith in the world that the next Pokemon game is gonna be fun. At least fun for me, because I love Legends Arceus, so I don't see how Legends Z would be any different in terms of, like, enjoyment. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being introverted. Yeah, especially with video games today, like graphics and just performance, and there's so many things you have to do, and with like everything, it takes more time to really optimize like stuff. So like that also makes it like more difficult to actually make the video game. So I mean, I'm not impatient. You just had to be there in 2015 when they didn't have a Pokemon game. And you just played more of pretty much X and Y and Omega Ruby. It's pretty much the same concept. So far for the challenge, we have had Klefki, Trevenant, Skrelp, Dragalgi, Clauncher, and Claw Itzer. That's all we got so far. So all of the chain fishing Pokemon have been found. So like chain fishing as a method is done for this project, pretty much. No, I know you're not saying that. I think just like in general is you just have to like not really care about like what the general public of people think about stuff and stop generalizing things so much. Like clearly like Game Freak is taking the time to make Legend Z better, right? And they're showing the public literally nothing and everyone's like freaking out about it because they don't like not knowing stuff. But they're just doing it differently, and that's really a good thing, honestly. And even if they put their best foot forward, people still may not like the video game, but like that's just life. Well, yeah, I mean, they literally had a video game every year. The last time we haven't had a brand new Pokemon game was like 2015. It's been a minute. Like, they could have made Pokemon, like, just, like, original, just Pokemon Z in, like, 2015, but they just didn't. So, now we have a Legends version of it, which is kind of cool. Do. Bam, 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 bam. Do. No, I think they know exactly how popular they are. Their bank account reflects that. It's just, for a long time, Game Freak was a pretty small company. Now I have employees, and they've definitely, like, probably, like, 4 times that in, like, a very short amount of time. And they also went from making, you know, handheld Pokemon games to system Pokemon games. That's, you know, that's a jump in itself in terms of, like, video game development. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Alright, Bunky, take it easy. Still nothing. Not even a Delibird. I mean, technically we've had 60 frames a second. Pokemon is just on the Game Boy Advanced. Just not modern day. Realistically, I think a lot of like the problems we have with modern Pokemon will definitely get fixed on the Switch too, because it is backwards compatible. So I wouldn't be surprised if like a lot of like the Switch games like just work at 60 frames a second, which honestly it will be fantastic, right? I mean that's, you know, pretty solid reason to upgrade from the Switch to Switch 2 or whatever they call it, right? What's going on, Godzilla? Merry Christmas to you. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're just a few months away, and then we'll find out probably everything that's like important in terms of like specs and all that stuff for the Switch 2. It'll be 2025 before you know it. I mean, that's up to you if you want to. I don't think you need to do too much leveling, but should be all right. Yeah, take it easy. Merry Christmas to you. So if you don't evolve it at level 14, it's going to try to evolve again at level 15. So you'll be fine. 200. Seen 400 Pokemon. Where's my sparkles? Bam, 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 bam. I think they will be. I truly think like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were definitely like them testing things out. And like just like the Switch 2 is like clearly going to be more powerful in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, we'll see. What's going on, Daniel? We're just not getting Gen 5 remakes anytime soon. Like, I highly doubt it. I don't think it'll be another, like, year or two. You got a shiny today. What'd you get? What did you find? Bam, bam, bam. Do 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 do. No, gosh, no. I think next year is literally just all about Legends. The only way we would have Gen 5 remakes is if they did Legends Arceus in like the first or second quarter, and then they did Gen 5 remakes in like quarter 4. I don't think they want to do that unless they really just want to start the Switch 2 off with, like, you know, I mean, having 2 Pokemon games during a launch year of a system would actually be insane. Anything's possible, dude. I mean, I think that would be a phenomenal reason to get a Switch 2 if that was the case, right? Yeah, I mean, that would be the only way they would do it. I don't want to see Gen 10 in 2026. I don't know. I think they need to take their time with Generation 10. Really take their time with it. But we'll see. Money. Why did you make Generation 10 Pokemon? Well, that's easy. Because money. I don't know. I mean, they could have easily had Legends, you know, Z come out this year, but they decided not to, so clearly they're about waiting. Especially if the product is not up to standards or whatever they're trying to accomplish, right? You know, clearly they got the hint. Same. That's like the not so fun part about being a Pokemon fan is that, like, we're so used to, like, a certain standard of things, or just like an expectation of, like, them not doing all the things. So, like, if they actually start doing things to improve, it's like, whoa. No back-to-back shiny. No, nothing today. Yeah, I haven't had, like, a back-to-back shiny like that in, like, years. It's been a while. Ooh, a Alolan Marowak. Sick. That's a fun one. That's exciting. Bam, 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 bam. From Dynamax Adventures? Nice. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Bum, 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 doo, 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 doo. With all the hunting mechanics, apps, and everything, doubt it. As someone who's, like, literally just who's done shiny hunting for, like, a decade plus at this point, like, no. I don't think they're gonna have radar and dex stamp and SOS and Pokemon hordes, like, and, like, sandwiches and outbreaks. Like, that doesn't. No. I don't think so. Don't think they're gonna do that. Honestly, for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, the bare minimum thing they really need to do is put older video games on the current hardware. That, if they just do that, they win. And it's like the bare minimum, right? Yeah, I mean, I have a whole Generation 6, like, shiny project. This is gonna be happening for quite a while. I think they're saving that for the Switch too. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be on both the Switch and the Switch 2 because, like, it'd be silly not to. I think they're just waiting for the Switch 2 to, like, have its official trailer and, like, commercials and stuff like that. And then, like, eventually it'll be, like, a thing, right? Because you don't need the Switch 2 to, you know, play super old Pokemon, like in terms of like power, right? Because so many people have the Nintendo Switch already. So if they put like even the first 3 generations of Pokemon on the Switch, like that alone would make so much money out of nowhere, right? So yeah, they're definitely obviously taking their time, which is weird. Like we don't even have Smash Brothers 64 on the Nintendo 64 app. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's certain video games that are just like that should be on the Nintendo service stuff and they don't, right? Because like when I think of Nintendo 64, I'm thinking Smash Brothers, right? And like they don't even have that. And that's not even a Pokemon thing, right? They don't even have, you know, Diddy Kong Racing. So it's like, you know, there's no Donkey Kong 64 yet. You know what I mean? Like they're still missing some quality retro video games on a service they already have, right? So it's just one of those things where it's just like, well, it's not really a Pokemon thing. It's just kind of like a, well, it can be a Pokemon problem, but it's definitely like Nintendo themselves are just not releasing all of their video games at once. I don't know, dude. It's just weird because like they literally have all these video games ready to go. Like, why would you not want to make infinite money off something you made like 20 years ago? Why not? Oh no, it doesn't sell millions of copies. Like, yeah, but it's still gonna be like always making you money. Like, I'm sure there's some video games that are on Steam that like don't have like a massive player base, but like it's always making money. There's just so many video games, man. I wouldn't say like I'm not really hungry for more video games. If anything, like it's just we have the ability to have things be super convenient and then they make it not convenient, which is really weird. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 I think is going to be phenomenal on the Switch too. Like that's definitely going to be a video game that does very well on the Switch too. I think so. Because that's another video game they barely showed anything for, so. I think that's just the thing they really learned with like the Switch is that they started utilizing a lot of their like first party like characters and properties, and like they made some solid video games. And like, yeah, they may have not had like Mario or Legend of Zelda or even Pokemon numbers, but like, you know, I'm sure a lot of them definitely made more than they probably even thought would be possible, right? Like Pikmin did well on the Switch. You know, same with the Kirby games and stuff like that, so. I definitely want to see more Kirby video games, that's for sure. Bam, 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 bam. Dude, still nothing, dude. It's a rough day. Christmas. The lack of shiny Pokemon. There you go. That sounds like a fun time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. What is wait, what's that shiny ads? Let's see. 293. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. There's just like so many Bergmite and like none of them are shiny. It's like, why? Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe tomorrow I play Legends Arceus. I think I should do that. See if I can complete my Pokédex tomorrow. That'd be kind of fun. I just want to get to the point where I'm just only looking for alpha shiny Pokemon. That's all I want. We're so close. Do 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 do. Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Merry Christmas to you. Likewise, Merry Christmas to you. It'd be so much better if I had a shiny. It's alright. I got plenty of time. Do 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 do. Bum. Ugh, excuse me. Okay, we've definitely done a lot of encounters today. Just haven't seen anything sparkly yet. What's going on, Instinct? Yo, Merry Christmas to you. Happening. And a fire starter only run? Go for it. Excuse me. I did a solo Piplup run in Shining Pearl before, so that was fun. Dude, how many systems could I do then? Hang on. Dude, like, yeah, so like having this like multi HDMI viewer thing like really makes it so I could do some pretty insane shiny hunting. Let's see. So we got 4 with that, so like three game cubes. Because right now I have 3 game cubes, 2 Nintendo Switches, that's 5. Then I can do both my DS systems, my original DS, like 8? 3 game cubes, 2 Switches. Yeah, it'd be the most like bizarre thing ever, but yeah, technically if everything worked, I could do like 8 times shiny hunting, but I feel like that'd be a lot. What's the rules for this challenge? It says 6 out of 66, but I assume you already collected. Actually, no. There's actually some Pokemon I actually don't have that I like never found. Like it's like Shiny Esper is like one. So basically, I'm using this challenge as a way to just get everything that's from Generation 6, even if I already have it. Just so it's like more recent and like it just, you know, gives me a reason to play these video games, right? Like I don't need a Bergmite or Avlog, I already have one, but like what if I caught him in a Premier Ball, you know? So then when we finish this project, we would do the same exact concept in Gen 7, but the difference is that everything I find in Gen 7 that is a Gen 7 like Pokemon, we're gonna catch it shiny in a Beast Ball. So the Gen 7 project's really the one that's more interesting because like it's also gonna be like gotta catch them all, but also everything's in a Beast Ball. So it's like 2 different shiny projects at the same time. So obviously this is like the quote-unquote easier one to do. So that's why we're doing this one first. So we're only focusing on Generation 6 Pokemon. So you have to, when you cut out the legendary Pokemon, there's only 66 available Pokemon that can be shiny. So I think it's like 72 or 73 is the total number. Yeah, there's 72 Pokemon in this generation, and only 66 of them can you find them shiny. Like, in this video game specifically. Like, I have Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, but those are in other video games. So this is very much like the only like Gen 6 Pokemon that you actually can find shiny. So trust me, everything has been planned out, figured out. It's on my whiteboard. Everything's figured out. So no, Generation 6 was like the only generation to have like very few like brand new Pokemon, unfortunately. Typically, they normally did about 100 Pokemon a generation, but Gen 6 was the first time they kind of didn't do that. It's like the curse of X and Y, in a way. Well, especially for a project like this, like, I kind of had to, like, you know, figure out like what Pokemon are actually available shiny in X and Y, like how can I find them shiny, like what methods are available, right? So I didn't want to do too much of the same thing. So like, for example, like, you know, like we could just do Masuda method for shiny Honedge, but I was like, what if I just did random encounters for all 3 of them, right? Because I need 3 for the entire shiny family. So like that's a pretty unique one that's going to happen. One of the Helioptiles we're going to find from random encounters with Rhyhorn, just because I've never found a shiny that way before. So I think that's going to be cool. We were doing it yesterday. We're doing 11 Pokemon for Masuda method. It's like that's pretty up there. We have like 17 Pokemon from Friend Safari, and most of the Pokemon is Poké Radar, so that's like 24. So like Poké Radar is going to be like the most intense part of this project, because for most of them, like I'll find the shiny and then I basically either have to start over or I'll just go do something else. Yeah, I know. I like Poké Radar, so I'm like very excited to do it. It's very intense the entire time. Keeps you on your toes, because the shiny could, you know, show up at any moment, right? Like the further along the chain is, you know, things get spicy. And the fun thing about X and Y is there's like fast music, so like sometimes I may not have to build up the entire chain. Granted, it doesn't really happen that often, but when I have to find 24 shiny Pokemon, like I think maybe one of them will show up during fast music, maybe. So we'll see. Only one way to find out, so. Still nothing. I cry. But if you're watching on YouTube, just make sure you hit that like button for me. The easiest way to support your boy. Like and subscribe. There's just so many Bergmite. It's just like, none of them are shiny. It's like, come on. Not even Delibird or Spheal are showing up shiny, man. It's a rough Christmas so far. Do you have the charm of both copies? Yep. I completed my Pokedex a long time ago on both games. That's exactly what I did. Well, I think at the time I actually used Pokemon Bank because we had that option. But yeah, like I said, I completed my Pokedex a long time ago, so it's pretty much like the first thing I tend to do with like Pokemon video games is like catch everything or, you know, get the shiny charm if it's available. Oh, I'm terrible with names. I don't really like to name my Pokemon, so I'm not really much help there. Going on Argent, what's happening? Yeah, so I mean, these are the same copies of Pokemon Y I used to play like a decade ago, so it's just, you know, we're like starting over with like finding like shiny Pokemon. Not really starting over, I still have everything, so we're just doing stuff differently. How many Pokemon games you've beaten due to the sheer amount of duplicate copies used for shiny hunting? Yeah. Like it's a bad way to show it, but like I literally just have like, here's a baggie of Pokemon games. Here's a bunch of duplicates. that sit in my Pokeball. I could put them in the actual cases, but it's much easier just to store it like that. Because I actually play the video games and, you know. The funnier part is like I'm gonna get more copies of like 3DS games like next year. Yeah, pretty much same thing, yeah. Because I have all of my cases for all my 3DS games. I just, you know, I always like to keep my video game storage in cases if I have them, and if I don't, then I'll just, you know, use like a Ziploc bag. do... Well, we're officially over odds, technically, because the shiny odds is 1 out of 586, right? Like, with shiny charm, and technically done more than that if you combine the totals, so... Is there a method you use to know which copy is which? No, not really. I'm pretty... So, like, the more important copies of Pokemon, so say, like, a shiny playthrough, so say I have, like, a shiny-only playthrough for one of my video games, it's pretty easy to figure out which one's what. So I typically put those video games in, like, an actual case. So I don't really have that problem. I'm pretty well organized with that stuff. So, for example, like, all of my GameCubes right now, like, have Ruby and Sapphire video games, like, in the Game Boy player, just kind of sitting there. That's why I'm trying to, like, stick to kind of, like, 1 or 2 projects a week, and then maybe have, like, a Switch game or, like, something to do on the side. Because there's just not enough time in the week to do everything, so I like the fact of just kind of sticking to, like, 1 or 2 projects, and then have, like, a variety day, or just... I'm just truly just wanting to switch things up. I just, you know, I do, so. No, but I've always been really, like, system, I don't know if that's the right word, but I've always had like a system of how I store things and or organize things. And I tend to switch it up a lot of the times depending on, like, what I'm doing. With, like, Pokemon or just any video games in general, right? Yeah, I was thinking systematic, but I don't know if that was the right word to use, but yeah. It's just like, I don't know if that's the right word. But, yep. Just depends on what I'm doing. Whether it's content-related stuff, whether it's just playing a video game to play a video game, right? It just depends. I'm the same way when it's time to clean video games or, like, maintain things. I follow that system to the T, just so I can, like, if I ever miss something or something goes missing, I can, like, do stuff backwards to figure out, like, what went wrong, or, like, did I lose something. But for the most part, that never really happens, but I always set up my stuff in a way that if I have to, I can. So, but I haven't really, like, done, like, a deep clean of anything in a while. The last thing I did a deep clean was my Xbox 360. And that thing's, like, basically brand new at this point. It's pretty much like an actual refurbished console. I did it all myself, so it's pretty cool. Realistically, if I ever get this space, like, if I actually have, like, a workshop, like, room, or if my streaming room turns into, like I have an actual, like, dedicated streaming room where I can have, like, a workspace. I don't need, like, much, but if I ever, like, have the opportunity to have, like, a separate room, then I probably would have, like, a repair room where I have, like, a bunch of, like, soldering equipment and, like, just random parts for, like, systems and video games. I mean, you name it. Because that's probably the next evolution of, like, what I'm gonna be doing realistically. Because, like, you know, like, the more and more I do all this, like, GameCube stuff, like, the more and more I have to learn how to, like, preserve GameCubes and, like, just general maintenance, because they're old systems. So, I mean, I already pretty much know how to do most of it anyway. So, but, you know, it just makes life a little easier. Pretty much everything with my content creation, I'm like just learning useful skills so I can just kind of do everything myself, even if it takes more time. But like it's just one of those things where it just makes things a little easier to do. So like depending on, because like I still have like a part 2 for Christmas that happens in a couple weeks, so like depending on like if I get like money or whatever I get, I may potentially use like money or gift cards to get like a drawing tablet, so I can start making my own like art properly, so I can like learn how to do that stuff. Nothing. Sad day. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Did you get any good cards? Do 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 do. Hello, bird. Gotcha. All right, man. Merry Christmas to you. Get some good sleep. Just want you to be shiny. Maybe next time we just do Poké Radar. Maybe we... I don't know. Probably should, yeah. I think I should start, just because like if we find a shiny from Poké Radar and then we still have time left to stream that particular day, then I could just go do Friend Safari stuff. So I think that'd be a pretty solid balance to things. What do I Poké Radar for though? I think I should just go for something easy. Ooh, actually, we could go for Litleo. Yeah, we could go for Litleo, because Pyroar is actually a Friend Safari Pokemon we're gonna go for. Yeah, that'd be cool. Shiny Litleo, that'd be fun. Haven't done that one in a while. Bum, 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 bum. And the fun part too is that like we're doing radar, we can definitely do like other stuff on the side. So typically what I probably would do is like Poké Radar for something and then also do like random encounters on the side. Because like the random encounters for like Honedge and, Helioptile will probably take a minute to do. And those will be pretty easy to do as well, so. So many options. Not enough time. I don't know. We also could just only do Poké Radar. I don't know. We'll see. I like just having the option of just kind of doing whatever. Instead of like the stream is only focused on one thing. Like it literally could be whatever it is. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just surprised I've had nothing. Like, this is, like, so fast. Like, I've done a lot of encounters in barely 2 hours. So it's like... Whoa. I've almost checked, like, 700 Pokemon in 2 hours. Like, it's kind of insane. It's a lot of encounters. Actually, let me go fix that. Still nothing, dude. Right, that. Okay, let's see. Oops. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Finn? Merry Christmas, buddy. Cool. What you doing today, Finn? I don't know. Gotcha. Sounds like fun. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. How's it going? I feel like one of these capture cards has like a filter on it. Let me see. A filter. Oh, they both do actually. What about the other one? Nope. That actually works out pretty solid. What's going on, Jake? What's happening? Merry Christmas to you. Yo, thanks for the follow. Do. Nothing. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Cash? What's happening? Do 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 do. Oh, you did? Awesome. Which iPhone did you get? Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. Dude, we're getting like close to regular Friend Safari shiny odds at this point. See, we're just doing these encounters so fast. Just like, but where's the shiny? Where is it? Do, 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 do. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Mm-hmm. I gotta check my Pokemon sleep research and see if I got a shiny in that too. It's one of my favorites, yeah. I'm basically doing this project so that I can pretty much just like have all the Generation 6 shiny Pokemon like all in one collection. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing but with Generation 7. Pretty much doing it this way so that I can kind of focus more on like other projects while also knowing that I like have everything. So I'm basically trying to focus more on my like overall shiny Pokemon Pokedex collection, but I'm also doing it in a way that like allows me to like revisit stuff. I don't have to do it that way, but I think it just having a genuine like start and end is just one good for me to keep doing, you know, certain projects, but it's also just fun to just, you know, play whatever video game I want to play and then just keep doing it very consistently in order to get, you know, all of the shiny Pokemon for each generation. Because a lot of the time I was just doing stuff where I just like wanted a particular shiny, which is like nothing wrong with that. But I definitely want to have the collection all put together. For real. Yeah, the main reason why we're doing this stuff, especially now, is like, you know, I'm trying to get, you know, everything from Generation 6 and 7 before Pokemon Bank shuts down. So, that's like the idea, right? Somehow get everything before that stuff goes away. Which I'm still surprised Pokemon Bank still works even today. Like, I thought it was going to be gone by like the summertime, but it's still here. Doing good, Mama. How you doing? Doing pretty good. Be doing a lot better if I had a shiny, but you know, something will show up. Trying not to. Just being hopeful that, you know, I'll find something, so we'll see. Oh, the Pokemon Bank stuff. I don't know. I genuinely just think that they should just keep it going for like ever, but if anything, they really should have doubled down on the 3DS and put even more stuff on the virtual console. Like if they put Gen 3 stuff on the 3DS, like that alone would have just, you know, kept the eShop afloat. Like $10 for Pokemon Ruby instead of like 100 plus. Like, yeah, dude. Like, I don't think they realize like how powerful like of a move that would have been. Like even if like the 3DS is like not brand new, like literally having old Pokemon on the system would have literally kept it alive in terms of like making money. Especially when there's people like me, like, oh, how are you playing Pokemon Ruby Sapphire? Oh, I got the Virtual Console for $10 on my 3DS. 2024. You're like, what? Like, yeah. It's just silly that they didn't do it, but whatever. Bum, 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 bum. So many Pokemon. So many. Trying. We've been at it for like well over 2 hours a day. No shiny Bergmite or any shiny Pokemon for that matter. Christmas is kind of boring this year. I mean, we found a shiny yesterday, which was cool. So. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's definitely a cool Pokemon. I like the fact that it got a different form in well, Avalok got a different form in Legends. It's just a really bulky ice type, which is pretty cool. Look at them. Just double nothing. Bump. I don't know. Bump. Bum. Not the cat trying to steal food. No. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Are we gonna find a shiny before 400 encounters on both games? What are we doing? Where's my shiny luck? It's Christmas, man. Where's the magic? It's supposed to be like double shiny luck because it's Christmas, you know? It's happening. Dear Santa, where's my shiny luck? Thanks. You got a Christmas shiny feel? Sick. Sorry, let me just call up the North Pole. Hey Santa, where's my shiny? Thanks. Hey, what's going on, Angel? What's happening? 2,925 soft resets for Mewtwo. Nice. What Pokeball are you gonna catch it in? Gotcha. Dusk Ball. Sounds like a good option. Where is my shiny luck? Where's my Christmas miracle? I got nothing. What are the odds for Friend Safari? So, if you don't have a shiny charm, it's 1 out of 820. If you have a shiny charm, it's 1 out of 586. So technically, if you combine the encounters together from both video games, I'm technically over shiny charm odds, and I'm actually getting really close to regular odds. So, to be fair, this is like pretty normal for me, where I've played on both video games that have a shiny charm and like do this for a couple hours and like we don't find anything. No, it's not 1 out of 512. No, those are the official data mined shiny odds. Do. What's going on, Emily? Hope you had a good Christmas. Mm-hmm. Just a whole lot of nothing, man. Seen a total of 800 Pokemon today. Still nothing. That's brutal. On the plus side, though, the fact that I did like 400 encounters in like about almost 2.5 hours is kind of cool. Oh yeah, that's how it works. Gotcha. I believe so. I'm not sure about the encounter chance. But I only have 2 Pokemon in each safari. I don't have the third option available. So both safaris only have just the 2 Pokemon that don't have all 3. There will be certain friend safaris that I will have the ability to go for 3 Pokemon, but for these one in particular, you only get the first 2 because, you know, the online doesn't work. But if I have the friend code on a, you know, a 3DS system that's, you know, local, I can obviously get the third Pokemon. So for example, like when I go for Shiny Barbaracle, like that's something that's a third Pokemon slot, and it's on a one of my 3DS systems I already have, so. No, to be fair, I don't even actually know like the actual like encounter percentage for each Pokemon. Never really cared much to look into it, to be fair. I just know it works, and I go to the safari and see what happens, you know? You're still able to go for the starters? So technically, yes. The only way you're able to, though, is a lot of the starter Pokemon are the third slot Pokemon. So if you have a friend safari that has a starter Pokemon, and you have like, you know, 2 copies of the video game and it's completed, and you add the friend code that has that type of safari, like technically, yes. I unfortunately do not have any starter friend safaris, which is a bummer. But theoretically, it's still possible. It's just, it's more annoying than it's worth. Like, there is a way to get different friend safaris, but you'd have to, like, literally buy, like, a random 3DS that you could constantly factory reset to get different friend safaris. The math was off. It's okay. Yeah, so for pretty much all the starter Pokemon for this project, we're doing Masuda method for that one. So, what's going on, Tiny? Yeah, I mean, it's still possible. It's more annoying to do, right? It's just not very convenient. Because you can still add people's friend codes. It's just there's a lot of really good Pokemon that were only available in the 3rd slot. And when you can't connect to the internet, you don't get that 3rd slot Pokemon anymore. But if you do everything locally, it still works like it's supposed to. So that's the only, like, downside to them taking away the online for the 3DS. Not too bad. Had a pretty good Christmas. Even though I like celebrated like days ago, but you know, I still got to have a present today, which was really nice. Just a pretty chill day so far. So I just don't have a Christmas shiny yet, so I'm kind of just waiting for something, anything. It's just like so many Bergmite. Like none of them are shiny. It's just sad. Nothing, man. So I think realistically, though, I'll probably go... It's like 500 something, and if I don't have a shiny by that point, I'll probably call it for today. So I do want to celebrate Christmas dinner. Gotta have the, you know, Christmas meal. So, because it's like about that time anyway. All right, Angel. Take it easy. Next time, bye. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Could do more of this. Could do Poké Radar for once. I don't know. Could play some Legends Arceus. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, especially if I don't find anything from the Friend Safari today, I don't necessarily want to do this tomorrow. I'd rather do something else. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, oh, I don't know. Oh, 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 oh. Nope. Dear Santa, please send a shiny Bergmite to Steve. Thanks. Sorry, hang on. Hey Santa, can I have a shiny? No? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely... I'd say it's definitely pretty normal. Like when I was checking friend safaris, I was like, oh, Beartic, like that's Gen 6. I was like, oh, no, that's Gen 5. I was like, oh. Because they just, like, because like Bergmite and like Beartic and all them, like it just seems like it's all the same generation. Nope. Yeah, there's only like 4 ice Pokemon from Gen 6. And the other 2 are fossils, so. Yeah. So like the next time we actually, well, I haven't found anything yet, but like pretty much after Bergmite, it's pretty much just going for the 2 ice Pokemon from fossils. But yeah, fossil hunting is not gonna happen for a while. That'll probably be like not the last thing I do, but like pretty close to it. I'm pretty sure my last like shiny I want to find for the project is shiny Eevee. I want to go for Sylveon last. It's like kind of my plan. Cause you can't find, you know, like Sylveon in the wild, but you know, can use the Poké Radar. Technically, you can also get Eevee from Friend Safari, but I don't have a way of doing that, so I think Poké Radar for the final shiny would be pretty sick. So I think that would be real fun. What's going on, Slim? How you doing? Just turn shiny. Do it. My shiny charm's just really not working today, apparently. Still got plenty of time, so. Not too bad. I'd say it's been a pretty chill Christmas. How's your day going, Slim? Bum, 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 bum. It's good to hear. Glad it was a good time. You think of all of the shiny Pokemon to show up today, you think Delibird would show up, you know? Nope. When do you think they'll remove Pokemon Bank servers? No idea. I genuinely thought they were going to take it away this year, and then they like haven't, so... If anything, I definitely could see it going away like sometime early next year, so... I don't know the exact time of when they figured out the shiny odds for things, but I have a whole, like, there's like a 3DS, like, chart. Yeah, so if you, like, just bookmark the 3DS one, that has Gen 6 and Gen 7 stuff. So it definitely had to been, you know, within the last, like, 5 years or so. Do 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 do. Do. Yeah, I mean, regardless though, like, for Friend Safari, you really don't need a shiny charm. Obviously, it's gonna benefit you to have one, but it's still, like, less than, you know, 1 out of 1,000, right? It's like 1 out of 820, like, by itself. So, like, that's still really, really good shiny odds. It's just obviously having a shiny charm to get that extra chances, right? Clearly, it's not working today. Clearly, but, you know, it is what it is. That's just the beauty of shiny hunting. Doesn't matter how good the odds are. Sometimes it's really just bad. If anything, I'm more surprised at how efficient I've been this entire time. So I'm trying to see if I can, you know, do 500 encounters on each video game before it hits like the 3-hour mark. So, I don't know. Just having a good time and seeing what happens, you know? Oh, I don't know. Oh. Oh. Hey, what's going on, Speed? Happy holiday to you. Happy holidays. Surprisingly, no. No sparkles for Steve today. Got a Lowland Vulpix from SOS. Ooh, nice. There you go. Dude, I can't wait to go for a Lowland Sandshrew again and then catch that thing in a Beast Ball. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. Can't wait. Yeah, because the fun part about this project is, for the most part, I'm trying to get as many Pokemon in the Premier Ball, and then, like, Gen 7's, like, Shiny project is going to be pretty much everything Beast Ball. Ultra Moon, yeah. It's definitely good to have Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun, because you could just purchase the Beast Ball whenever. It's so, like, perfectly synced up. And, like, the one time it happens like that, I want to see it spark. Just make it happen. Come on. Dude, so many encounters today. So many. Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's possible. Got about like 13 minutes left. Like, maybe I can get to 500 on each video game by the 3-hour mark. I think it's possible. It's like speed running for shiny hunting. I'm just pretty much just curious to see like how fast, you know, I can do encounters on both systems. It's just fun. It's just interesting information to know. Shiny Rayquaza? No. No. I eventually will. It's just, you know, it's just like, it's kind of like a one and done thing. And like, I don't really want to live stream it because like, it would just be like farming for Herba Mystica. And I just genuinely don't want to do that for an entire stream. Like, I'd rather just, you know, focus on shiny hunting. So I'll definitely get the Rayquaza. It's just, you know, I just haven't played on my Switch in like a week or so. So it's kind of citrus. Like, I'd rather play like Legends Arceus tomorrow than I would Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, finish your copy of Pokemon X. Do it. Do it. The Friend Safari's waiting for you. Like, in theory, I like Scarlet and Violet, but like anytime I ever do any project related to it, there's not a lot of interest in it. But I get asked a million times if I play Scarlet and Violet, but when I actually do play it, it's not great. Even though I have all the, you know, the enthusiasm and excitement to play it, it's just never done well on my channel, which is fine. Like, I don't expect everything to be like a winner, right? But man, do I love Legends Arceus, so. Because I really want to get my 3-segment to Dunsparce. So I'll probably go back to it at some point. But yeah, Legends Arceus is just so much better. And plus, like, I'm like this close to just alpha shiny hunting, right? So like, I'm like so excited for that. So. That fills your friends list and you can even let you re-roll the safaris. Yeah. I'm sure there's stuff that exists. I know there's like, obviously, I'm pretty sure you'd have like a modded 3DS to do that stuff. But I like to keep things as like authentic as I can, right? Because even me playing on a 3DS right now, like it's still like not a 3DS because it's a capture card. So like you know, on a technicality, it's not like 100% like legit because it like, you know, because the 3DS does have a capture software on it, but that doesn't like improve anything. It's just, it's, you know, it's a physical mod, right? So I can showcase the footage. But like, I don't have a reason to mod my 3DS system, so like, I just don't. Like, even for this shiny project, like, I'll be able to get all the shiny Pokemon one way or the other, right? If anything, like, I definitely wouldn't mind having, like, an extra... what I really want to do is I want to buy... This wouldn't happen anytime soon unless, like, it just... Like, tons of money came my way, right? But, I want to get the fat 2DS. Like, the original 2DS build. Like, I just want it. Because I have, like, enough, like, normal 3DS systems, so I'd love to just have, like, the brick. Because it's just, like, one just solid system, right? And, like... And that system's gonna non-stop be, like, factory reset anyway. To, like, change the Friend Safari. So it'd be kind of fun to have, like, just, like, the OG, like, 2DS. That was just, like, the fat one. One of the Japanese ones. That'd be kind of cool, but expensive, though. Like, I just want just, like... that model of the 3DS. Yeah, because I know they have like the Pokemon ones of that 2DS style, which is really cool, but I'm not trying to overspend. I just kind of need just like another system if I wanted to do more Friend Safari stuff in the future. Because like once upon a time, like I think it was like 2022, I think, is when I like kind of started the idea. But I wanted to like find every single shiny Pokemon in the Friend Safari as like a shiny challenge. But like in order to do that nowadays and like do it authentically, I would have to be able to like locally have that Friend Safari, right? So, oh, I know. Yeah, I just never personally owned that like original 2DS model, so I think it'd be kind of cool to have one. So. Because I have, like, you know, the 3DS systems that I, you know, actively play on all the time. So, dude, how am I so unlucky today? This is just, like, so sad. Why? Where's my Christmas miracle? Hate it. Dude, I don't know, man. I got 3 minutes to do 7 encounters on each game. Can I do it? 6 minutes. I think so. Wish you could soft reset the Johto starters. You technically can. Like, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but like you technically can. So like when you finish the video game, like you get the starter Pokemon. Yeah. If you've already claimed the Johto starter, then you technically can't do it anymore. But like, yeah, because they basically provide you with the previous generations of Pokemon each time you finish the video game. I've never done it because like I need extra copies of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to do it. Yeah. So that's something I'd love to do in the future. Just because that's such a like a unique thing to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, right? So, because I have another 3DS system I can turn into a capture card, so I would love to like go for all the shiny starters all at the same time and do like 3 separate shiny playthroughs, and then like once the playthroughs are done, then I could go for like the starter Pokemon and stuff like that. So I have there's so many fun projects I'd love to do, but you know, I gotta just pay off a lot of stuff that's more important, and then I can start slowly building up stuff like that. But I'm more interested in my 4x GameCube setup before I do my 3DS stuff. So I'm like this close to having a 4x GameCube setup. See, I don't really care about that. Like, especially, like, so if I'm not doing a shiny playthrough, like, if I'm just trying to finish the video game, I pretty much just focus on making the playthrough as easy as possible. Obviously, with the shiny hunting stuff, I definitely focus on making it fun. Like, I pick shiny Pokemon, or I pick, like, a method of shiny hunting, or even, like, a location that makes it exciting. Like, you have to make the video game fun, because you're not going to have like that first time experience anymore, right? So in the grand scheme of things, like, and this is for any Pokemon video game, right? Like it's like it's your job to make it fun, because if you don't, you're probably not going to want to keep playing it, especially if it's shiny hunting related. So, I genuinely, so prime example is this exact shiny challenge. Like, did I really have to start over? No. I easily could have, you know, collected all my Pokemon and check marked everything and figured out, like, the remaining Generation 6 shiny Pokemon that I'm missing from my collection. But then I was like, what if I just started over and just caught stuff in a Premier Ball? I was like, that sounds like fun. And plus, like, people like when I play X and Y anyway, so, like, it's a win-win. because there's a natural start and there's going to be a natural ending to the project. As long as I keep doing it consistently. That's why I find it so funny when people say there's no video games to play. Like, we live in the best time ever. Like, even if you're like having a hard time on money, like there's Game Pass on Xbox and PC. Like, even with like the bare minimum Nintendo Switch Online, like you still get like Nintendo and Super Nintendo games on that. If you pay for like the more expensive membership, you get the 64 and like Genesis stuff. Like the only thing we don't have is a lot of like the more modern video games, like GameCube stuff, especially for like Nintendo. A lot of GameCube stuff, like we're slowly getting more access to that. Just depends on like what video game and what company or whatever. But like, there's so many ways to like play video games on the cheap. It's just Pokemon, unfortunately, is not really that franchise right now, which is kind of sad. Because like the 3DS has always been kind of like, well, the 3DS when it came out was very affordable, and like the games are $40. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, there's a bunch of video games I love to play that are like brand new, right? But like, you know, spending like 50, 60, 70 bucks on a brand new video game, it's a lot of money right now. So yeah, I know. We talked about that earlier today, and I was like, dude, like they'd be making so much money if they just had like the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games on the Switch. Just makes so much sense, dude. Did I do it? Oh yeah, crushed it, dude. Yeah, exactly, which makes no sense. Like I understand the concept of like remaking and remastering stuff, but like the Nintendo Switch literally has a GameCube controller adapter. Like, you can put the entirety of the GameCube library on the Switch, at least all the first-party video games, and like that would be massive, right? Like, that would just open up the Switch library to so many good video games. Obviously, like, those video games wouldn't have, like, certain video games wouldn't have, like, online support, maybe, but, like, I don't think that really matters for a lot of people. But, like, for example, you said Double Dash, like, that would be sick if they actually made online support for that. Because, like, what I feel like Nintendo, like, doesn't realize, man, is, like, yeah, the GameCube didn't sell amazing, but, like, the games they made were really good. It's just, during that era, like, the PlayStation 2 was just so dominant, dude. Like, it was the video game system. Like, there's nothing they could have ever, like, done that would have made people flip over. Pretty much, like, during that generation anyways, most people, like, it was pretty common for most people to have, like, an Xbox, a PlayStation 2, and a GameCube. Because, like, the GameCube eventually became very affordable, you know, like, during its lifetime. Yeah, man. Like, I love my PlayStation 2. I have my original system. I just have to replace the power supply on it because it's just old. Needs a new power supply. No, dude, I'm pretty sure, like, I've never seen the picture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like $49.99. But I think that was like late 2000s though. Like the Nintendo Wii was already out at that point. What's up, Siri? What's happening? But it makes sense though. The GameCube didn't sell well because the PlayStation 2 was, like, you know, the popular video game system, but it also, you know, you could watch movies on it. Like, that alone was massive back then. Considering that, like, DVD players were, like, kind of expensive, but, like, not really. But, like, you know, why not have a video game system that also you can watch movies on it? Like, what a win. So, how was Christmas? Yeah, well, the problem was like when they went for the smaller disc for GameCube, like you could you had to compress things, unfortunately. So like, you know, the actual video game file size was like much smaller compared to like a regular like PlayStation 2 or Xbox video game. Oh, did you? That's cool. But I think that's what just makes the GameCube unique, is that they kind of just did their own thing. Even though it didn't like sell the best, like they still made very good video games for that time era. So you go in your options, Slimy. So if you go to your options, so if you go to the options here, you can change it. Hang on. Yeah, so it's this thing right here. Yeah, so if you change that, you can get different backgrounds and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what other video game console has a handle to carry it? Right, right. Dude, why am I so unlucky today? Like, this is just so sad. Oh well. Bump, 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 bump. Been on a crazy Pokemon project. Gotcha. I mean, this is also one of my crazy long Pokemon projects. So. Pretty much my goal. I wouldn't even say it's like a goal. I talked about this the other day, but like pretty much like my plan for like the next year is literally just to finish stuff. Like get every shiny Pokemon that I don't have. Start like actually filling up my shiny living Pokedex. And then just kind of, you know, just move on to another project. Especially play more video games besides Pokemon. So, because there's just so much, there was so much stuff I wanted to do this year in terms of like content, or even just to play something just to have fun, and I just like didn't get to it. So, uh-oh. Capture card? Hello? Hang on, what happened there? That's weird. Literally nothing happened. Weird. Okay, that's weird. Oh, now that one froze. Weird. Yeah, like literally nothing changed. Okay, that's weird. Hang on. Sometimes these capture cards just, yeah. Are they both working now? Okay, good. That was weird. Technology. Alright, cool. Everything is good. Pokemon, why is your first Pokemon game forever hold a special place in your heart? Yeah, no, same. I mean, because of X and Y's, like why I, you know, I play so much Pokemon to this day. Like, besides just playing these video games, you know. I just genuinely play so much Pokemon all because of this. Alright, cool. Everything's good. Do, 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 do. I don't know. One video game from each generation will have a completed national dex gens 2 to 7. Might do Switch. Oh, okay, gotcha. They get every Pokemon to level 100. Nice. Maybe one of these days we'll actually have a Switch game that will like have, you know, all of the Pokemon again. So I hope Generation 10 does that. I genuinely think that would just make Generation 10, like the longevity of it would be really good. Because like, what do you do for like Generation 10? You bring all the Pokemon back. Even if you can't like find everything in the video game, like that's okay. But like being able to transfer stuff would be a good thing, so. Or they literally can just do what they should have done in the past 2 video games, is just like have the DLC bring back, you know, a pretty massive chunk of Pokemon from, you know, older video games, right? They haven't quite done it for everything, so. Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, Scarlet and Violet definitely has a lot of Pokemon for sure. Same with Sword and Shield. But it's just not, you know, the full list, so. Do 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 do. Just super unlucky today with my shiny Pokemon. Sad, man. Right, I think I'll go to like 550. I don't really want to go all the way to 600 for each video game. So I have a shiny charm on both games, so it's 1 out of 5. Actually, we could go to 586. Might as well. We're this close at this point, yeah. So basically, each video game has a shiny charm. Shiny charm does work in the Friend Safari, so it's 1 out of 586. So like combining both totals, I'm over odds, but like individually, I'm not even at shiny odds yet. But it's just kind of wild. It's just like yesterday, I found a shiny less than 10 encounters, so yeah. Yeah, man. That's one thing I just don't like about Scarlet and Violet is that, like, you know, just when you don't have that shiny sparkle in the overworld, like, it just makes it so much harder to tell when something is shiny, right? Like, even going for shiny Dunsparce can be quite annoying because sometimes, like, the shiny, like, does blend in with all the other Dunsparce because there's so many Dunsparce. So yeah. Alright, we'll go to like 600. I think we can, with how fast I'm doing these encounters, yeah, we definitely could get to like 600 encounters. Or if I find a shiny, that would definitely finish up my day for sure. So either I get a shiny or I get to 600 total on each video game with nothing, so. No, they definitely feel special. I just feel like the magic is not there because, like, you know, you see so many Pokemon and then like you don't have that sparkle in the overworld. Like it feels very like disconnected, right? Because like when you play Legends Arceus, like yeah, like the shiny hunting is like easy, but like you still feel that sense of like satisfaction, right? Because, like, just hearing the shiny sound and then, like, physically seeing the sparkle, right? Like, you just get pumped. Where, like, in Scarlet and Violet, you're just, like, you know, staring at your screen the entire time. So it's more of like, oh my gosh, I finally did it, versus, like, you know, naturally being surprised. Because I would love Scarlet and Violet if they literally just had that, like, shiny sparkle and that sound effect. Like, that would make that video game like 9 out of 10 for me, for sure. Because there's so much cool stuff they introduced, right? And I just, like, wish, like, the shiny hunting was more fun for me. Like, I'm definitely gonna do lots of shiny hunting still. I just wish it was, like, the overall experience was more fun. Bum, 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 ba-na-na, bum, ba-na-na, bum. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I like them doing different gimmicks. I just wish they would stick to, like, an art style. Because, like, Sword and Shield, I felt like was a really solid art style, and they could have definitely improved upon it, but then they, like, totally did, like, a 180 and then just made things, like, more HD and, like, different textures and stuff like that. Because I feel like that just makes them have to do more work, right? And you, like, dramatically switch, you know, art styles from one generation to the next. Like, I feel like just keeping it simpler makes things easier, right? Because then you can focus on other things. So, I don't know. Hopefully, with the Switch 2, they learn their lessons and they just spend more time making things better quality overall. Yeah, and like that's the thing. That's why I feel like, especially like if they did like a 2D, 3D Pokemon video game, so basically take Gen 5 but make it more modern, like that would do so well. Like making 2D sprites would be much easier than full 3D models. And I feel like having like a 2D sprite-based Pokemon game would actually do really well, especially now, because like, you know, for some people they haven't played, you know, a 2D Pokemon video game in quite some time. I just really liked what they did with Gen 5. So like obviously with like more powerful like hardware, you can really do some cool stuff with that, right? I think they just need to make Pokemon simple and fun, because I feel like they're just trying to do so much, which isn't a bad thing, but you're also not like doing great at the things you should be doing good at, right? Since they try to bring a 2D experience to a 3D design. Yeah, realistically, all Brilliant Diamond really had to be was like something like X and Y, right? Like if they made like those video games like this, I think it would have done so much, like, which they kind of did, but it just wasn't the same experience. Like genuinely, like this is what Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl should have looked like just on the Switch. Like I feel like that would have done so well, because like there's nothing wrong with the chibi art style. I just feel like just the overall you know, concept of what we got was just not polished enough for it to like work properly. But also just like general movement and stuff just feels weird in that video game too. Like using your bike in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is like not fun. It just feels very like not smooth. Like hatching Pokemon eggs in that video game is not fun. It just feels very clunky and just not smooth, and it's gross. I hate it. Yeah, that's good. We'll get to like 600 encounters, or if I find a shiny, that'll do it for me. Yeah, exactly. Which is weird because, like, you know, most people can, you know, play Switch games on like the Joy-Con or the Pro Controller. So it's like you have like good controllers for the system, and they just made it weird. All right, Mama, take it easy. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, thanks for the shiny luck. Yeah, like all they had to do in Brilliant Diamond was make it like this. Like, see how smooth that was? Like, you don't have that in Brilliant Diamond. It's weird. I'm actually playing 2 copies of Pokemon Y on Nintendo 3DS. Ta-da. Oh, 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 no, oh, oh, oh. I don't think, like, Legends Arceus is a good example of them kind of trying to be open world, but, like, there was limits to it, and, like, I think that was done correct. But also, I don't think they had enough time to really optimize it in terms of, like, just the graphics looking amazing as they could, because, like, the performance is really good. Like, playing Legends Arceus, like, even to this day, is a very smooth playing experience. Where Scarlet and Violet is like trying to do too many things, and because of that, the performance is all over the place. Yeah, Shiny Charm is on both, correct. So that's why I'm like hoping that like the next Legends video game is not true open world. I hope they have like sections you go to again. I like that play style more because I feel like it just plays better in terms of performance. Because there's nothing wrong with Pokemon trying to be open world, but like if you try to go open world and then the performance is terrible, like you're not really making the experience fun. It's just more of like a concept that just wasn't put all together, right? Like, I want to see Pokemon do some awesome stuff, don't get me wrong. But, you know, they clearly just need more time developing it. So. Yeah. Well, I feel like what Sword and Shield did was a pretty solid approach. Like, you still had like individual routes, and then you had like the wild area, and like that, like on concept and actually playing the video game is fun. Because then you still have like even though like some of the routes were kind of boring, like they still felt like it was Pokemon. Where like in Scarlet and Violet, the entire world's open world, so like everything just kind of blends together and feels the same. I think it'll be great. I think it'll do just fine. Because it's a Legends like Pokemon game. Like, it's not trying to be like Scarlet and Violet. So I think them taking the time to make it better is a good thing. So I just think people are generally not going to like it because it's still a Legends style Pokemon video game. Because they can make the graphics look as amazing as they want. They can make the performance phenomenal. If people don't like playing a Legends style Pokemon game, they're not going to buy it. So I just hope that they make the video game the best it can be and see what happens. Like, I'm someone who loves Legends Arceus, so of course I'm going to love the follow-up, as well as it's a Kalos-based Legends video game. Absolutely sign me up. Like, I'll be the first person to genuinely complain if the video game is boring or not fun, because, like, I very much am looking forward to, you know, to putting in, like, 1,000 hours in that video game, right? Because, like, if it's anything like Legends Arceus, dude, like, I want to no-life that video game so bad. So, you know. And if the Pokédex system is the exact same, like, that's going to get me even more excited. If Alpha Pokemon come back, it's even better. Like, And I just like Kalos as, like, a Pokemon region. So, like, you know, like, I'm very, very excited to see what they do with it. I don't know if we're finding a shiny today. Running out of time, unfortunately. So, I fortunately still have, like, a ton of friend codes on my systems, so I still have, like, lots of options for friend safaris. So Bergmite is a Pokemon you'll naturally find in the slot 1 or slot 2 for friend safari. So, like, going for Bergmite's actually not that difficult. Stuff like starter Pokemon, EV, like, that's more annoying because those are 3rd slot Pokemon. And if you don't have that friend code locally, like, you won't be able to access that 3rd Pokemon slot. So Friend Safari still works, but it just doesn't work to the fullest way because the official Nintendo servers don't work anymore for the 3DS. How do you feel about the much better shiny odds in Legends? Love it. Absolutely love it. The reason, like, so like, I really need to make a video about this, of, like, why Legends is, like, a phenomenal video game in general. So, like, you have to realize that, like, catching Pokemon is kind of a boring thing, right? Also, doing the same thing over and over is kind of boring as well, right? But in Legends Arceus, when you combine those two concepts together, you get better shiny odds. So as someone who's going to play Pokemon specifically for shiny hunting, you mean to tell me that if I perfect each Pokemon's Pokedex entry, I get permanent boosted shiny odds? That sounds like a pretty good deal. Did it take me, like, almost 300 hours? Yeah, but again, is that permanent? Yes. That fundamentally is better than Scarlet and Violet because I don't have to get Herba Mystica. I don't have to make a sandwich. I don't even have to get my shiny charm if I didn't want to. Because, like, you playing the video game and completing the Pokedex, by just doing that, gives you better shiny odds. Obviously, you get the shiny charm in Legends because of that. But, like, the fact of, like, your time and hard work pays off and it's permanent, that's sick. That is a phenomenal system. Because you don't have to be the most advanced Pokemon player to do the stuff that is required in the Pokedex entries, right? You just have to just put the time in and eventually, you know, it'll be good. You have to do all the Pokedex entries? No, but it definitely gives you better shiny odds for whatever Pokemon you do finish. So what's going on, Donut? The shiny odds of Friend Safari. 1 out of 820 or 1 out of 586 if you have a shiny charm. So technically we're at shiny odds right now. So I have a shiny charm on both video games. Because so to go back to what I was saying, like the reason why Legends Arceus for me is so fun is because like when you truly like do everything that's in the Pokédex for every single Pokemon, the video game fundamentally changes because you're not having to worry about, oh, I have to catch this Pokemon, oh, I have to use this move 20 times or whatever. Like you are literally just on an adventure, and like when that 360 shift happens, like it's just such a different video game, because then all you're doing is running around and exploring and like learning and remembering where Pokemon spawn, and then you'll get like a random outbreak that you really want, so you get that shiny Pokemon you really want. Like that's a fun Pokemon game. Like when all of your hard work benefits you, it's permanent, and then that because of all that hard work and time, now your video game is completely changed in how you play it, because you don't have to do all these like this huge list of stuff to do anymore. It's done. You've completed it. Now you just get to just catch Pokemon and find shiny Pokemon. Like that sounds like a fun trade-off to me. So like that's why Legends Arceus is so goated. Because that's why like the Dex Nav is such an awesome shiny method, because like when you max out a search level, that's a permanent shiny buff anytime you Dex Nav that one Pokemon. It's just Legends Arceus took that concept and made it way better. Just love Legends Arceus, man. It's just such a good Pokemon video game, especially for shiny hunting. Just so good. Like Scarlet and Violet literally could have been something similar to it in their own way, but they just took away that shiny sparkle and like the sound effects. So like that adventure concept gets really boring really quick. And plus, like, for whatever reason, some of the shiny Pokemon in Gen 9 were just terrible. So, like, that's less exciting to find the shinies. So it's like, what are we doing? Right? I just love Legends Arceus. I'm playing that tomorrow. I've done this for like 3.5 hours and nothing. And I'm talking like efficient 3.5 hours. Like I haven't even taken a break. Like I've been so locked into this. I'm like, oh, I'm clearly gonna get a shiny Bergmite on Christmas. Clearly, nope. So what's going on, Suki? Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, I want to do something fun tomorrow. Play some Legends Arceus. Play the goated Switch Pokemon video game. I just want to like actually do some alpha shiny hunting before the 2024 ends, right? So like tomorrow goes really good. That'd be awesome. Oh, did you get some shiny Pokemon? From your Masuda roulette system? Yeah, you were pretty much going for like the Hisuian Pokemon and like Spiritomb. It's like, which ones did you get? You got Sneasel. Nice. Dude, 600 encounters on 2 video games. Why? It's Christmas. Give me something. Anything. No? Finding a shiny alpha is such a crazy feeling. I know. And I have about like 10 of them from just randomly playing. So, because my whole concept is I basically want to find like the normal shiny Pokemon, and then I go for the alpha like shiny quest. But basically the space-time distortion Pokemon are gonna take a lot of time to find shiny. So like I only have like a few like normal Pokemon to find, and then it basically is just space-time distortion exclusive Pokemon and then alpha shiny hunting. Well, it's actually not 1 out of 512, it's 1 out of 586. So yeah, Friend Safari shiny ads, that's not it. This is just really unlucky, unfortunately, for me today. This is what happens when you find a shiny in less than 10 encounters yesterday. You struggle the very next day. Yeah, no, you're fine. Sorry. I like telling people correct information because I'm, one of those people that still plays video games all the time, so. Yeah, I've done like a 10-hour stream before and I found nothing, so. I've definitely, been here before. I just obviously can't stream forever tonight, so. I have some food to go eat, so. Yeah, so I think tomorrow I'm gonna play some Legends, just cause, see if I can get really close to like finishing my regular shiny Pokedex. No, Steel, no. No Christmas shiny. Nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing today, man. Nothing. So many Bergmite. No shiny. So there were 72 Pokemon, but those Pokemon are legendary Pokemon. That and mythical Pokemon. So the entire like shiny total is all the Pokemon you actually can find in Pokemon X and Y. So for example, like Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, I have them just in other video games, but you unfortunately cannot find them shiny in Pokemon X or Y. So just, it is what it is, man. So obviously, like when I finish this challenge, when I make like the montage video, I'll put like the shiny legendary encounters in that video as like a reminder that like, hey, I once upon a time did this. So it'll be like a fun little throwback when I actually like finish this project. So pretty excited about it, to be honest. Wow, it's a 6 IV. Wait, it's a 6 IV shiny Sneasel too? Oh my gosh. That's so good. You got a alpha shiny Growlithe. Nice. My first alpha shiny was a Shinx, and like I'm so mad I evolved it because I didn't know that there's like a guaranteed like alpha Luxray. So I really wish I like didn't evolve the Shinx, but it's okay. Like, I was doing a shiny playthrough at the time, so it's all right. All right, I'll go to like 620 and call it there. This Sparkle. Shiny luck. Something. Please. Anything. It's Christmas. Bum, 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 bum. Like, even though we only have to find 66 shiny Pokemon from Gen 6, like, when days like this happen, like, it's just such a bummer, because then it's just, there's no progress, you know? But I'm sure something fun will happen soon to make up for the lack of progress, so. Yeah, because pretty much every day I've had like a shiny Pokemon, even if it was like, you know, an extra shiny Pokemon. It's just today's shiny luck is not there. Done so many encounters. So many. Alright. Sparkle. Nope. Hang on, let me have my final encounter be a Bergmite encounter. And then I'll be happy about ending. Yeah. That's how you know it's just not meant to be today. Nope. Not today. Unfortunately. Man, that's such a bummer. Like, that was like in some intense, like, that was like about 3.5 hours, roughly. An intense 3.5 hours of shiny hunting. Nothing. Nothing. It's okay. I did have like a Christmas shiny. It just happened yesterday, so. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, a bunch over like past hour. We'll play some Legends Arceus tomorrow. See how that goes. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do that tomorrow. Have a good time with that. Bump, 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 bam, bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bam. No. Let me see. What's going on the YouTube side of things? Nope, nothing. All right, folks. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Obviously, hope you had awesome Christmas. If you do celebrate, happy holidays, everybody. I don't have any plans for New Year's. I don't think I will be streaming like into 2025. I don't think I'll probably do that, but I'll probably stream on like New Year's Eve at some point for a while. But I'm pretty much here like every day, unless just something happens. So even though we didn't find a shiny today, you know, tomorrow's another day. So hopefully something happens tomorrow when we play Legends Arceus, and you know, we'll just kind of go from there. So, but I mean, today was a good day. Just, you know, didn't find a brand new shiny, so it is what it is. So, is that a shiny Bergmite? No. No, we found nothing today. Yeah, no. It'd be very yellow if it was, so unfortunately it's not. But thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, I'll just see you sometime tomorrow for some Legends Arceus shiny hunting. All right. Be good, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your holidays. I'll see you later. Bye.